On this week's Silver Screen Report, we're profiling next year's student body president, joining the Facts Club at the Special Olympics, and taking a look at what it's like to be a musician.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today is Friday, April 27th, and your Silver Screen Report starts now.
Last Wednesday, Student Council election results were announced. Kylie Fine introduces us to next year's student body president.
Last Wednesday, Holly Buxton was announced to be next year's student body president.
I've ran every year since freshman year, and I really like it, and I feel like we can all make a difference, so it's like a way to get involved.
I've known Holly for, I think, probably 14, 15 years now, so I know she really cares about the people that she is around, and she really cares about I know one thing, Dutch Fork, she really loves the school.
Holly has such a positive attitude. She's always happy, always smiling. She has great leadership qualities. I think that she would be a great student body president.
Holly believes in increasing student involvement and offering more school events.
I'm excited for next year. I think it's going to be really good. And yeah, just if you have any concerns or anything you want to change about the school, don't be afraid to voice your opinion.
I think Holly, she's a really big problem solver. She loves to take stuff and really go after the issues that she has at hand and really use everything and all the people around her to make sure that one thing gets done well.
Holly just is a special person. She cares for people. She has the qualities of someone that will take care of everybody. She wants to make sure that things are done the right way, and she just cares about the school, I think, as a whole, and wants it to be really, really exciting for everyone.
Teachers, friends, and candidates are confident in Holly's abilities to advocate for students.
I think Holly's going to do great next year as the president. I think she has a lot of experience, and I think that's a big thing that takes her above and beyond for this.
This has been Kylie Fine with your Silver Screen Report.
As part of their AP portfolio, research students presented their projects in front of a live audience in the auditorium last week. Here's Silver Screen's newest reporter, Jaden McMillan, with the story.
Last Wednesday and Thursday, STEM students presented their individual research projects.
This is part of our AP exam, actually, so during the year we research and we learn how to research, and then there's two parts to the AP exam. There's the team presentation and research project, and then there's the individual presentation and research project. This was our individual.
So this project is an individual multimedia presentation. So what students have done is that they were given a stimulus packet from College Board, and so they had to come up with an overall theme on their own, and then from there create an argument based off of that and some sort of research question.
So this project was for our seminar AP exam. It's part of our exam. It's the presentation part is a part of your individual presentation. It's called the IWA. You have an individual argument and then the presentation that we're doing today.
The students got a taste of what it's like presenting in a more professional environment.
When I go up and I present, I tend to just sort of run on autopilot. And I'm used to presenting and doing research just because we do a lot of that in this class, and also because as president of the GSA, I'm used to presenting in front of crowds. But I love to get dressed up and I love to do speeches.
It's a little bit more stressful than your standard school presentation because you're presenting in front of your classmates and they're all dressed up, and you're in a big auditorium, so your voice doesn't carry as far.
A few STEM members recommended a different technique for researching for their project.
I would recommend that people go to EBSCO Host, which is an academic searching website, and also just going on the research websites of different colleges like Harvard or Stanford.
I highly recommend the Bedford Researcher. It's probably the best book out there for research. We use it a lot in AP Seminar.
Several STEM students are pleased with how their projects came out.
I'm very happy with how mine turned out. I was a little bit worried about the presentation just because It is very nerve-wracking going up on stage with a microphone, but I think that I did pretty well.
I'm pretty happy about my presentation because I tend to get nervous, and I think this one went pretty well.
It's actually a lot of fun. All the presentations are completely different, so it's exciting to see what each person has done and how that's come together in the end.
This has been Jaden McMillan with your Silver Screen Report.
For this week's Kids in the Hall, we asked students about their potential research topics.
Research anything, it would probably be about history because I want to learn more about it and find out what's going around in the world and everything.
Dr. Seuss, because he's hilarious. I would like to research music because I'm into music and musicians, different type of musicians like Michael Jackson, J. Cole, or Beyonce, Chris Brown.
If I were to research anything, it would probably be music, just because I find music very interesting, and I believe there's a large history behind it that, you know, a lot of people don't know about and I don't even know about, and I think it'd just be very interesting to, you know, look deeper into it.
Last Friday, the annual Special Olympics were hosted at White Knoll High School. Mia Perry was there.
On Friday, April 20th, the 2018 Special Olympics were held, giving kids with disabilities a chance to compete and have fun.
I feel like it's really important to participate just so the kids can have fun, because this is a day to celebrate them and let them really enjoy everything.
It makes everyone feel really good. It's good to get out there and help out. It's really necessary too, they need the help from all the different schools.
I think that's important because I want every person to feel important, so it would be super cool for all these kids to leave here and be like, just have the best day and just enjoy it, and you know, if they do get hurt, they feel that they're like taken care of really well, so that's why I think that this is important for us.
I think it's important because it shows that these kids have a life too, and they get to participate in something fun just like, you know, everyone else does, and it gives them a chance to shine and show their skills and be the best athletes that they can be.
Being a part of the annual Special Olympics is rewarding as it's an event filled with joy and excitement for the kids.
I like how the kids get to play all these different games and stuff, and we really just come out here to celebrate them because they don't get to do this all the time.
I love how they just get so much joy out of competing. They love every second of it. They, you know, the smiles on their faces and just seeing them be so happy is what's the best part.
I love how excited the kids are. I think they're so cute and they're just so happy to be here, so that's my favorite thing.
There are a variety of reasons why being a part of this day is something you don't want to miss out on.
I think it's fun. It's cool how they have all these events and they bring in all the schools, and it's just cool, like, the diversity and the amount of people that they bring in.
All the kids just love to come here and they always have a smile on their face. I've never seen one kid that isn't smiling.
I would say it's motivating because it shows that whatever you put your mind to, you can do, and you can complete the task at hand as long as you work hard and try.
You don't see one person out here that's not having fun.
This has been Mia Perry with your Silver Screen Report.
For those of Christian faith, Blast is held Friday mornings in room 352 to practice fellowship with like-minded people. I went to last week's meeting to check it out. Blast gives people the opportunity to discuss the Bible and how they should apply faith to their day-to-day lives.
We do Bible study every week, and we try to go in depth and try to explore our faith a little bit more and to get a better understanding of what God has planned for us.
Blast just really gets people prepared to go out and make decisions for themselves and make the right decisions based off of their faith. And it just really brings people back to their faith when, you know, we're all in this like crazy high school world together.
This small community of members explores their faith together, creating a close bond to one another.
We do Bible study every week, and we try to go in depth and try to explore our faith a little bit more and to get a better understanding of what God has planned for us.
It's different from other clubs because we're all a community. We're all really close together because, you know, it's like 10 to 15 of us, and we know each other, we know each other's testimonies, and it's really cool to grow in our faith lives together.
Blast hopes to have more members in the future and to continue being a club that helps people grow in their faith.
I hope people take away that you can get through high school and you can get through your struggles with God, and you can get through it together with our little Bible study here at Dutch Fork.
That it continues to grow and that it continues to spread around the school. It may just be one more member next year, but one more is always greater.
If you are interested in Blast, contact club sponsor David Kennedy for more information. This has been Maddie McCormick with your Silver Screen Report.
The SAT word of the week is congregation, a noun meaning a gathering of people, especially for religious services.
English teacher Dr. Sandy Hawkins is leaving Dutch Fork High School, graduating alongside her son Matthew. Solomon Dix has the story.
Dutch Fork High School's English teacher Sandy Hawkins readies herself as she prepares to be an assistant principal at Aiken.
I decided, just thought I'd look and see, and sure enough, there were some assistant principal openings in Aiken County. The superintendent is a good friend of mine as well, so that's the other reason for choosing Aiken County. He's the superintendent. He used to be a principal here. He was an assistant principal here, Dr. Alford, and I know he knows what he's doing, runs a good program, so I thought I'll see, maybe do something different here now that my son is graduating, and I just kind of wanted to see.
With Dr. Hawkins leaving, that's going to be a hole in the English department that will be very hard to fill. She's such a team player. She has done everything from leading English 3 and English 4 teams here at school to participating and leading in curriculum writing for English 3 and English 4 at the district level. We will miss that.
I'm sad that Dr. Hawkins is leaving. She's such a great teacher, and she really makes sure all of us understand all the material she's teaching us, and she explains everything in detail. I'm going to miss her.
Matthew Hawkins, Dr. Hawkins' son, also readies himself for graduation in preparation for the next big step in his life.
I'm excited. I just want to go ahead and get it over with and go to college. So that's just ready to start like a new chapter.
So we've seen Matthew grow up from being one of the first children in what was then the Kit Den to hearing stories about him all the way through elementary school, and now he's about to graduate. And so to lose both of them at the same time is bittersweet for all of us who have been around and who have known them both.
I was never going to leave Dutch Fork as long as he was here, but now that he's going to graduate from high school, I took the opportunity to see what else might be out there.
Both Sandy Hawkins and her son Matthew Hawkins will miss Dutch Fork.
It's been wonderful. This is a really, really good school. I am not leaving for any reason other than my own personal, just wanting to challenge myself. I've been a teacher for so long, and I have a principal's certificate, and I have a degree in curriculum. That's what my doctorate's in, so I decided it was time to challenge myself and do something different. But Dutch Fork is a great, great school, and I have loved my 20 years here.
Kind of cool, like we're both kind of ending our story here and like starting a new one.
This has been Solomon Dix with your Silver Screen Report.
Local band Slush released their first EP today called About Years. Here's synth player Bailey Hunter with the first-person account of what it's like to be a musician.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
We're on the way to band practice. So, that's what we're doing. Being in a band is like, it's interesting. Sometimes it can be fun and it can be boring, and it can also be it's definitely rewarding. When there's times where I'm sitting and I'm bored because everyone's discussing things and I'm just kind of in the corner, but there's also times when I'm hanging out with them and it's not just a band anymore, it's just kind of like friends.
The band started out, it was just me and Jake and another one of our friends, and we didn't really have like a whole lot of structured songs. We kind of did these really long like psychedelic noise jams, and we played one sort of like show, you know, and then Bailey joined on the synthesizer, and then we kept doing all these crazy noise jams, and then Ben and John kind of joined around the same time, and then that was when we started writing more structured songs. We wrote our first couple of songs, came up with the band name. It was kind of that summer, this past summer, where Slush was really kind of like formed into a cohesive whole, and that's, I guess, the history of the band.
Our gigs are just heckin' amazing. I mean, this last one at Logan's house, we had a projector with the gory movie montage in the background. That was really cool. The environment was amazing. The energy that I felt between us all, it was just like mind-blowing. My adrenaline was higher than at any other point in my life, basically.
Practice is always fun too, because like everyone can sort of, I don't know, you like watch people grow as individuals and like, you know, express themselves creatively.
Are you zoomed in on my face right now?
Yep.
So dope. Piano is like, it's like, it helps me with the simple stuff so that when I know like I have an understanding of what I'm doing when I'm just pressing random keys during practice.
You go down first and then you go up. It's a lot about enjoying what you're doing, because being a musician is pretty much a lifestyle. It's a never-ending journey of learning, discovery, and rediscovery. And I feel like if you don't enjoy being a musician, you probably shouldn't be one.
One, if you want to be a musician, you expect to not be employed, to not be paid, and any payment you do get, they don't count inflation for like the past, 100 years or so. But other than that, it's awesome. You get to share your life with people in a way that is very intimate. It's more intimate than, say, even relationships, because sharing music and being able to play with people in the way I do it is awesome. And teaching is awesome. But being a musician, you stay up late, you work 3 times a day, and people don't think you work and they think you do it for fun. That's actually what it's like.
You've agreed to go play a gig at insert place here for insert number of hours for this amount of money. And then you write this up, and then you talk to the people about it ahead of time, and then you show up to the gig, you do the work, and then after you do the work, they want to sit there and tell you that what you do is just a hobbyist activity, not a sustainable lifestyle, which is far from the truth.
It is amazingly fun and frustrating and a lot of work and just really rewarding. It's just something I know I want to do with the rest of my life.
I mean, I love, it's fun to sing other people's songs, and then I like to, sometimes I just make up songs right off the bat.
Music is, I think it's interesting. It definitely adds a lot to life. Music, I like music a lot, so.
And now for some announcements. ALEC is closed for the rest of the year. See your teacher for information about makeup work. We'll have more about ALEC's closure in the coming weeks. The spring dance concert is next Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. Tickets are $5 for students and free for faculty and staff. Dazzler tryouts are next Tuesday through Friday at 4 p.m. in the cafeteria. You must attend all 4 days. See Jenny Haynes for more information. Now here's Todd with more.
Thanks, Maddie. Today is the last day to charge your lunch account. All lunch debts must be paid in full by May 11th. Prom is tomorrow night at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center from 7 until 11 p.m. Make sure you have your ticket and your ID to check in. Yesterday was the last day to purchase prom tickets. Parking pass signups will take place for rising juniors and seniors next Thursday and Friday during all lunches. In order to sign up for a parking pass, all debts must be cleared before next Wednesday. Monday is a school holiday. Tuesday will be an A-Day. There are no more delayed opening Wednesdays for the rest of the year. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.